Tag moved his wings up and down slowly so as not to scare her. Can you do this, Tag? Wasn't sure firehawks could fly. The baby bird ruffled her feathers but stayed on the ground. I guess not, said Skyla. Tag sighed, let's hide in a groove. It's close by the thick bushes. Should help hide her bright feathers. Tag and Skyla hurried through the trees. The firehawk wobbled on unsteady legs as they led her into the groove. The baby bird peeped, flapping her wings. Stay quiet, Tag whispered. Suddenly, squawk, a tiger bat dived down. Skyla fired a pine cone as its head. Stay back, she shouted, hitting it between the eyes. The tiger bat flew dizzily away. Tag held the stick tightly. A tiger bat crashed through the trees, then another. Their sharp beaks snapped at Tag and Skyla. Clack, clack, clack. Skyla darted up a tree to shoot acorns. She moved so fast she was a blur. I have to lead them away from the firehawk. Tag thought. He rushed to the other side of the groove. The larger tiger bat followed. Tag lifted the stick and jabbed it at the tiger bat. Squawk, squawk. He's calling the others. Skyla, Tag yelled, get ready. Skyla shot acorns from her branch, but each time she hit one bat, another landed nearby. Tag swung the heavy stick with trembling wings. He couldn't hold it much longer. There are too many, Skyla cried. Thorn's army moved in. Tag was surrounded. He took a step backward, then scraw! The tiger bats spun around. They watched as the firehawk ran out from the bushes. Scraw! She called, her glowing wings held high. There was a flash of light and heat. Tag covered his eyes. He heard the whoosh of many wings, then all was quiet. When he looked again, the tiger bats were gone, and so was the dark cloud. Chapter 8. Blaze. Skyla scurried down from her tree. Where did Thorn's army go? Tag blinked. The firehawk scared them away. The baby bird gave a happy little peep. Her golden red feathers ruffled in the breeze. That was amazing, Tag said to the firehawk. Hey, we should name you. How about Blaze? I like it, Skyla grinned. Blaze gave another peep. Now let's find Gray, Tag said. Tag, Skyla, and Blaze hurried through the wood. They hid as best they could in case Thorn's spies were still close by. Tag was glad to see there was not much damage in camp. A few nests had been destroyed and the armor hut had been knocked over, but that was it. Tag led his friends to Gray Street. Scree! Gray landed beside them. I've been looking for you, Gray said, opening the door. Quickly bring your new friend inside. Her name is Blaze, Tag said. Gray smiled. It suits you? He told Blaze Tag had never been inside Gray's nest before. Wooden steps led to the very top of the tree, opening into a room filled with books. What happened? Gray asked. The Thorn's army found us, Tag said. We tried to fight, but they surrounded us. Then Blaze screeched. She saved us, Skyla added. Thorn's army disappeared. The cry of the firewalk, Gray said. It must have scared them away. They were looking for her, weren't they? Tag said. Yes, I was afraid of this, Gray said. Thorn won't give up now that he knows Blaze was hatched. We must find the Amber Stone before Thorn does. We will need it in order to defeat him. It may be our only weapon against his dark magic. You should call the Owls of Valor right away, Tag said. We need that stone. Gray put a wing on Tag's shoulder. This is not a job for the Owls of Valor, he said. Only this Firehawk, along with you and Skyla, can find the stone. Chapter 9, Adventure Calls. Tag looked at Blaze, then he turned back to Gray. Do you really think a barn owl, a squirrel, and a baby bird can battle Thorn? We need the Ember Stone, Tag, Gray said. Blaze already trusts you and Skyla, and it is Blaze who will find the stone. Tag knew what he had to do. We all do it, he said. Skyla, Blaze, and me, we will go to Fire Island and find the stone. Gray smiled, then he quickly searched through some papers on his desk. He pulled out a rolled up piece of paper and gave it to Tag. This will show you the way. Tag tucked it beneath his wing. Gray opened a large cabinet filled with weapons. He turned, holding up 2 sets of armor, one for Tag, made of silver, one for Skyla in bronze. I had these made for you. Tag tried his on. It fit perfectly. How did you know we would need armor? I am very old, Gray smiled. There is not much that I do not know. He handed Tag a golden dagger. It felt lighter than a feather. Wow, Tag said. This blade is sharper than a tiger bat's beak. This is for you, Skyla. Gray gave Skyla a slingshot made from the finest wood. She grinned. I'll be able to shoot even faster now. What about Blaze? Tag asked. Her feathers are stronger than any armor, Gray said, and you've seen how fearsome her cry is. Tag and Skyla nodded. Sleep here tonight? Gray continued. I'll be on the lookout for Thorn spies, so I won't see you off. Keep your weapons closed at all sometimes. And remember, Thorn could attack at any moment. Good luck. Gray flew away into the night. Tag gripped his dagger. He felt a shiver of excitement as he looked at Skyla and Blaze. Tomorrow, we head for Fire Island, Tag said. Where no owl or squirrel has gone before. Chapter 10, Fire Island. The next morning, Tag readied their supplies. He packed nuts, berries, and his favorite snack, worms. He also packed a large water pouch. Ready? Skyla asked, wearing her new armor. Tag grinned. Ready? They woke up a sleepy Blaze and set off along the winding path through Valor Wood. Tag smiled as he glided through the trees. He was ready for adventure. They traveled for hours. The cool breeze at their back suddenly, ow, Skyla cried. Hopping up and down, something bit me. Tag landed and looked at the ground. Why is this soil red and not brown? Blaze stomped her feet. The ground is moving, Skyla cried. Tag took a closer look. The ground isn't moving. It's covered in prickle ants. Tiny red ants covered the soil. Their eyes were bright orange, just like the tiger bats. Thorn supplies, Tag said. They're climbing all over me, cried Skyla. The three friends 15 minutes at a time. Hopped along trying to escape, but the prickle ants crawled up their legs, biting and stinging. We all have to jump in the water to wash them off, Tag shouted as they reached a fast-flowing stream. I can't swim, Skyla cried. I can't either, Tag said, but it's not deep. Tag led Skyla and Blaze into the cool water. They all climbed out as fast as they could. It worked, Tag said, shaking water from his feathers. Skyla squeezed water out of her tail. Yes, but if the ants found us, that means Thorn knows where we are, Tag shivered. He didn't like feeling that Thorn was so close by. You were right. We need to hurry. Tag pulled out Gray's paper. Gray said this would show us the way. Maybe it's a map. I don't understand, Skyla said, looking over Tag's shoulder. It's blank. Look, Tag gasped as a small dot appeared on the paper. It grew bigger as he watched. There were shapes of land and water and names of places he had never heard of. It is a map. Blaze tapped the map with her beak. She hopped toward the path. I think Blaze wants us to go that way, Tag said. Their friends followed the path for hours. Finally, they reached the edge of the forest and looked out over a wide sea. Far in the distance was an island. It looked like a mountain rising from the sea. Is that it? Skyla asked, peering across the dark, choppy water. Tag nodded. Fire Island. Chapter 11. Over the Waves. Skyla looked out across the waves. Fire Island seems very far away, she said. How do we get to it? Tag frowned. He was too tried to fly such a long way. Skyla and Blaze couldn't fly at all. I'm not sure, but we have come so far, he said. There must be a way across the water. Peep! Blaze called, peering over a rock at the water's edge. What is it? Tag asked as he and Skyla hurried over. A large wrinkled turtle smiled up at them. Hello? The turtle spoke very slowly. Then Thaddeus saw Blaze a firehawk. I haven't seen a firehawk for a very long time, he sighed. There used to be lots of them, but not anymore. Where did they go? Skyla asked. I do not know, said Thaddeus. Many years ago there was a big storm, the biggest I have ever seen. The sky grew so dark that even the firehawk's bright feathers were hidden. There was a great battle between the firehawks and an old and powerful vulture. Thorn, Tag said. Thaddeus nodded. After the storm, the firehawks were never seen again. He turned to Blaze. Until now, Tag pointed to Fire Island. We need to get over there. Can you help us? Thaddeus smiled. I would be happy to help a firehawk and her friends. The three friends climbed onto Thaddeus' shell. They held tightly on to another as Thaddeus sailed over the waves.